Hi, this is Candy Alexander with Life Lessons from an Aquaponics System. A good decluttering is just like a new beginning, and it's so important to actually declutter our life, both physically, mentally and emotionally. Get rid of those old beliefs, get rid of that old stuff in your garage that you don't use, or your wardrobe, or the spare room that's your junk room, or anything within your life. Those people who hang on your shirt tails don't help you. Declutter them too. It's people who aren't supporting you. Why are they in your life? It sounds a bit harsh, but if they're going to criticize, they're not there to support you. So that decluttering on all levels of yourself, it's just a new beginning. Yeah, declutter. G'day, this is Candy Alexander with Life Lessons from an Aquaponics System. Abundance is truly possible. I planted some seeds the other day, and they're actually old seeds, and I wasn't convinced that they were going to grow. But I popped them all in the seed trays, and every one of them sprouted, and I've got an abundance of seeds. And that's the thing, we can often go, I want to be abundant, I want to be abundant. And we're so busy focusing on money, we forget that abundance is actually all around us. It truly is all around us. And once we start being grateful for the other forms of abundance, you'll find that the ones that you are desperately seeking will also come to pass. Start looking at the rest of the world, not just your bank account. Abundance truly is everywhere. G'day, this is Candy Alexander with Life Lessons from an Aquaponics System. All life is precious, and we're all precious. And I know that sounds like we should all know that, but if you happen to come from, a trauma background, or, there's been mental health troubles, or there's been health troubles or anything like that, we can often forget how precious we are. And everything is precious. And I used to work at a hatchery for fish, a fish hatchery. And when it came time to ship them all out, we were just so crazy catching the little fish and putting them in the bags to be sent off. And the other blokes used to not worry about the fish that had fallen on the ground. And it's only little fish, it's only a couple of hundred compared to the couple of thousand that we ship off. Actually, there was more than a couple of thousand. It was something like 30, 40 odd thousand hatcheries. And I couldn't handle it. That's why I had to leave. I couldn't handle knowing that those little fishies were dying. So when someone in the aquaponics group place, wherever, says, you don't really understand aquaponics until you lose a fish, I kind of don't think that any life lost is learning. I mean, it is learning, but it's not worth it. All life is precious, and especially those that we are responsible for. But the life lesson here I'm wanting to get across is all life is precious. Even if you don't agree with someone, that's okay, but all life is still precious. Okay? And you are precious. It's so easy to forget, but you are precious. G'day, this is Candy Alexander, and talking about life lessons from an aquaponics system. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. It's so easy to want to do things to make other people happy, but ultimately it's about making us happy, isn't it? And with respecting other people at the same time. Now, within an aquaponics system, it's so important that we grow, what we're going to eat, and but it is about us. It's about looking after us and doing what we want, and that's actually not in a selfish way. A lot of people think if you're putting yourself first that's being selfish. It's not. If you're not looking after yourself, and I'm not talking about people who have bad intentions, I'm just talking about people who are looking after themselves, and therefore they can give back more than if they didn't look after themselves. If I'm sick in bed with a 8-month chest infection like I had a couple of years ago, I can't look after others. I can't serve or do anything else for others. So, looking after myself, putting myself first, and catering for what I need is critical in that regard. And within the aquaponics system, that's what it's all about. It's about healthy food, it's healthy living, it's looking after every aspect of that system. And, you know, it comes first. You have to look after each individual section. It's just amazing. Hi, this is Candy Alexander with Life Lessons from an Aquaponics System. Bees work unconditionally and harmoniously with nature. I think there's a bit of a lesson there for us, hey? Our aquaponics system doesn't work very well without the bees. We kind of need bees for the pollination, and we can become little bees ourselves and do the hand pollinating. But yeah, they do it all naturally, unconditionally, and harmoniously together. I think they're a really good example of how we can be. We can be that too. We can learn to work harmoniously and unconditionally with nature. Pretty cool, huh? Hi, this is Candy Alexander with Life Lessons from an Aquaponics System. Being free from chemicals gives life to more creatures in this world. With chemicals, my cat's decided to join in. Hello, Simba. With chemicals, we end up killing things, don't we? Whereas if we can be chemical free in our life and what we're doing, well, we get the bees and we get the birds and we get all of the beneficial bugs for our growing. And it makes such a huge difference, not only to those lives, but also to us. Being chemical free, we can improve our own health, we can improve the health of others as well as this world.